Today, there are some 17 million hunters in the nation, and the NRA program provides for all of them the opportunity to learn and be safe. NRA hunting safety courses are required in the majority of the states before issuance of hunting licenses. Thus, a program that emphasizes safety procedures rather than firearms control makes it possible for a growing number of sportsmen and women to enjoy the recreation and healthful benefits of good sport and good shooting. Similarly, some 10,000 shooting clubs in the United States are affiliated with the National Rifle Association. A typical club is a family affair with all types of shooting. Skeet and trap, as well as pistol and small bore and high power. Here's how millions of Americans spend weekend afternoons. A family affair. And even for the one member of the family who seemed to disapprove at first, well, Mother, too, now a regular weekend shooter, is part of the team. Careful. Aim. Hold your breath. Squeeze the trigger. Not so good. With expert coaching from Dad, you'll someday be a first-class marksman. And it's not whether you win or lose, it's how you hold your mouth. For the Kentucky riflemen of our day, there is the annual competitive shoot at Camp Perry, Ohio. The National Rifle and Pistol Matches. Here's the World Series of Shooters, where the armed forces and civilian shooters, representing every state in the Union, meet once a year to shoot for the top trophies. Here are pistol shooters, from the best in the country to men whose scores, even with a few wide of the mark, could still probably top the deeds of most legendary characters of the West. The National Rifle and Pistol Matches are steeped in tradition. They started near the turn of the century. Competition is held even for shooters using muzzle-loading rifles, almost identical to the rifles which fought the Civil War. In competition, that is a pageant as well as a contest, the blue and the gray once again match riflemen. And the accuracy of the old rifles in skilled hands is impressive. Camp Perry is an international competition as well. Shooters from many lands compete as individuals and teams for the honor of top marksmen. For a month or more along Lake Erie, from sunup till the end of daylight, the crackle of rifle and pistol fire echoes along the shores where Commodore Perry won a historic naval engagement in the years when the nation was young. The World Series of Shooting. The best high-power riflemen from civilian clubs all over the country. The best marksmen from the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine Corps, and Coast Guard. The aim is plain, to maintain a tradition in sharpshooting of constant improvement in the marksman himself and his weapon. That is a basic element in the nation's ability to stay strong and free. To stand up as a winner represents a signal honor to civilian shooter and armed forces alike. A few months from now, some of these champions will be shooting in competition in Japan, Germany, Sweden, Switzerland, South America, or perhaps someday in the Olympics. To win a gold medal is good for you and good for Uncle Sam. The trophies are among many the NRA makes available throughout the year to civilian clubs and for individual members to display. A trip to Camp Perry is a chance to see pageantry and skill, an unforgettable experience.
The right to bear arms in defense of our country is one of the obligations and privileges of free men. While preparing for that privilege, rifle marksmanship is also a sport which helps develop healthy minds. Self-discipline, initiative, and team spirit, in themselves all valuable qualities and objectives, whether in peace or war. Your Army stands in full accord with these objectives and will continue its active cooperation with the National Rifle Association.
The Big Picture is an official report for the armed forces and the American people. Produced by the Army Pictorial Center. Presented by the Department of the Army in cooperation with this station.